Herod, you're not listening to me. Be calm. I am calm. I am quite calm. Listen, I have jewels hidden in this place, jewels that your mother even has never seen, jewels that are marvelous. I have a collar of pearls set in 4 rows. They are like unto moons chained with ray of silver. They are like 50 moons caught in a golden net. On the ivory of a breast a queen has worn it. Thou shalt be as fair as a queen when thou wearest it. I have amethysts of two kind, one that is black like wine and one that is red like wine, which has been colored with water. I have topazes yellow as are the eyes of tigers, and topazes that are pink as the eyes of a wood pigeon, and green topazes that are as the eyes of cats. I have opals that burn always with an ice-like flame, opals that make sad men's mind and are fearful of the shadows, opals that make sad men's minds and are fearful of the shadows. I have onyxes like the eyeballs of a dead woman. I have moonstones that change when the moon changes and are worn when they see the sun. I have sapphires big like eggs and as blue flowers. The sea wanders within them, and the moon comes never to trouble the blue of their waves. I have chrysolates and pyrals and chrysoprase and rubies. I have sardonyx and hyacinth stones and stones of chalcedony, and I will give them all to you, and other things will I add. How the king doesn't want to slay the prophet. And other things I will add to them. The king of the Indies has but even now sent me 4 fans fashioned from the feathers of parrots, and the king of Namibia a garment of ostrich feathers. I have a crystal into which it is not lawful for a woman to look, nor may young men behold it until they have been beaten with rods. In a coffer of nacre I have 3 wondrous turquoises. He who wears them on his forehead can imagine things which are not, and he who carries them in his hand can make women sterile. These are great treasures above all price. They are treasures without price, but this is not all. In an ebony coffer I have 2 cups of amber that are like apples of gold. If an enemy pour poison into these cups, they become like an apple of silver. In a coffer encrusted with amber I have sandals encrusted with glass. I have mantles that have been brought from the land of the fairs, and bracelets decked about with carbuncles and with jade that come from the city of Euphrates. What desirest thou more than this, Salome? Tell me that thing that thou desirest, and I will give it thee. All that thou askest is I will give it thee, save one thing. I will give thee all that is mine, save one life. I will give thee the mantle of the high priest. I will give thee the veil of the sanctuary. The Jews, oh, Salome, give me the head of Jacana. Herod, sinking back in his seat. Let her be given what she asks. Of a truth, she is her mother's child. The first soldier approaches. Herodias draws from the hand of the tetrarch the ring of death and gives it to the soldier, who straightway bears it to the executioner. The executioner looks sacred. Who has taken my ring? There was a ring on my right hand. Who has drunk my wine? There was wine in my cup. It was full of wine. Someone has drunk it. Oh, surely some evil will befall someone. Wherefore did I give my oath? Kings never ought to pledge their word. If I kept it not, it is terrible, and if they keep it, it is terrible also. Herodias, my daughter has done well. Herod, I am sure that some misfortune will happen. There is no sound, I hear nothing. The Salome is saying this. Why does he not cry out, this man? Ah, if any man sought to kill me, I would cry out, I would struggle, I would not suffer. Strike, strike, Naman, strike, I tell you. No, I hear nothing. There is a silence, a terrible silence. Ah, something has fallen upon the ground. I heard something fall. It is the sword of the headsman. He is afraid, the slave. He has let his sword fall. He dare not kill him. He is a coward, the slave. Let soldiers be sent. She sees the page of Herodias and addresses him. Come hither, thou wert the friend of who is dead. Is it not so? Well, I tell thee, there are not dead men enough. Go to the soldiers and bid them go down and bring me the thing I ask, the thing the tetrarch has promised me, the thing that is mine. The page recoils. She turns to the soldiers. Hither, ye soldiers, get ye down into the cistern and bring me the head of this man. The soldier recoiled. Tetrarch, tetrarch, command your soldiers that they bring me the head of Jochanan. A huge black arm, the arm of the executioner, comes forth from the cistern, bearing on a silver shield the head of Jochanan. Salome seizes it. Herod hides his face with his cloak. Herodias smiles and fans herself. The Nazarenes fall on their knees and begin to pray. Ah, thou wouldst not suffer me to kiss thy mouth, Jochanan. Well, I kiss it now. I will bite it with my teeth as one bites a ripe fruit. Yes, I will kiss thy mouth, Jochanan. I said it. Did I not say it? I said it. Ah, I will kiss it now. But wherefore dost thou not look at me, Jochanan? Thine eyes that were so terrible, so full of rage and scorn, are shut now. Wherefore are they shut? Open thine eyes. Lift up thine eyelids, Jochanan. Wherefore dost thou not look at me? Art thou afraid of me, Jochanan? That thou wilt not look at me, and thy tongue that was like a red snake darting poison, it moves no more. It says nothing now, Jochanan, that scarlet viper that spat its venom upon me. It is strange, is it not? How is it that the red viper stirs no longer? Thou wouldst have none of me, Jochanan. Thou didst reject me. Thou didst speak evil against me. Thou didst treat me as a harlot, as a wanton. Salome, daughter of Herodias, princess of Judea. Well, Jochanan, I still live, but thou art dead, and thy head belongs to me. I can do with it what I will. I can throw it to the dogs and to the birds of the air. That which the dogs leave, the birds of the air shall devour. Ah, Jochanan, Jochanan, thou wert the only man that I have loved. All other men are hateful to me, but thou were beautiful. Thy body was a column of ivory set on a silver socket. It was a garden full of doves and of silver lilies. It was a tower of silver decked with shields of ivory. There was nothing in the world so white as thy body. There was nothing in the world so black as thy hair. In the whole world there was nothing so red as thy mouth. Thy voice was a censer that scattered strange perfumes, and when I looked on thee, I heard a strange music. Ah, wherefore didst thou not look at me, Jochanan? Behind thine hands and thy curses thou didst hide thy face. Thou didst put upon thine eyes a covering of him who would see his God. Well, thou hast seen thy God, Jochanan, but me thou didst never see. If you hadst seen me, thou would have loved me. I saw thee, Jochanan, and I loved thee. Oh, how I loved thee. I love thee yet, Jochanan, I love thee only. I am athirst for thy beauty, I am hungry for thy body, and thy wine nor fruits, and neither wine nor fruits can appease my desire. What shall I do now, Jochanan? Neither the floods nor the great waters can quench my passion. I was a princess, and thou didst scorn me. I was a virgin, and thou didst take my virginity from me. I was chaste, and thou didst fill my veins with fire. Ah, ah, wherefore didst thou not look at me, Jochanan? If thou hadst looked at me, thou hadst loved me. Well, I know that thou would have loved me, and the mystery of love is greater than the mystery of death. Love only should one consider. Herod, she is monstrous, thy daughter. She is altogether monstrous. In truth, what she has done is a great crime. I am sure that it was a crime against the unknown God. Herodias, I approve of what my daughter has done, and I will stay here now. Herod, rising, ah, there speaks the incestuous wife. Come, I will not stay here. Come, I tell thee, surely some terrible thing will befall. Manasseh, Esther, Ozias, put out the torches. I will not look at things, I will not suffer things to look at me. Put out the torches, hide the moon, hide the stars, let us hide ourselves in our palace. Herodias, I begin to be afraid. The slaves put out the torches, the stars disappear, a great black cloud crosses the moon and conceals it completely. The stage becomes very dark. The voice of Salome, ah, I have kissed thy mouth. Jochanan, I have kissed thy mouth. There was a bitter taste on thy lips. Was it the taste of blood? But perchance it is the taste of love. They say that love hath a bitter taste. But what of that? What of that? I have kissed thy mouth, Jochanan. A moonbeam falls on Salome, covering her with light. Herod, turning round and saying, Salome, kill that woman. The soldiers rush forward and crush beneath their shields Salome, daughter of Herodias, princess of Judea. Curtain. Oscar Wilde.